my God. Today, I want to explore 7 banger quotes about having your work seen on social media, about overcoming a life full of obstacles, about finding happiness, and about what it takes to win.
I'm also going to include a lot of B-roll of skateboarding because I like to show and tell.
The first quote is by Newport. Don't let the attention algorithm suck all the skill out of you. It's much easier to market a skill set than to actually learn the skill itself. If you have a talent you worked on, you can build content around that no matter how much the algorithm changes. And if you have a valuable skill, you don't even need the algorithm to make a sustainable living. If you spend all your time chasing likes, you won't have time to get better at your craft. Learning what social media prefers is important if you're trying to grow a following, but don't let it keep you from doing the thing you originally love. I have a quote: deep connection is more important than viral attention. Build slowly with an audience that likes the things that you like to make, and you'll be able to make for a lot longer. Number 2 is a quote by me: the more you complain, the less you do. I wish I could grab people by the shoulders who seem to be able to find the bad in everything and shake them vigorously and tell them the more bad you seek, the more bad you find. When you're building skill, when you're progressing forward, there is no time for complaint. Your mind is looking for the best route to becoming better. It isn't focusing on what others have and why you don't have it. Complaining is a short-term fix to a simple but difficult problem. If you're someone who finds yourself complaining a lot, what you need to work on is your confidence. A positive attitude breeds a positive experience and breeds a mental clarity for growth. A negative attitude breeds a negative environment, which creates a stifled environment for progress to die. Number 3, if you can find paths without any obstacles, it probably leads nowhere. This one's by Frank A. Clark. This one should pump you up in 2 different ways. 1, a comfortable path leads to an uncomfortable life. An uncomfortable life leads to a comfortable path. Choose the path that's hard, overcome that path, and find excitement along the entire way. True growth and fulfillment comes from accomplishing hard or scary tasks. And once you become the person who can overcome hard obstacles, you gain more confidence and you actually look forward to the hard obstacles and the feeling of overcoming them. Without the lows of difficult challenges, you don't get the highs of accomplishment. Number 2, if you've had a hard life or what you perceive as a hard life, then you have a limitless amount of paths to choose. You're built for challenges because you're still here. The more challenges you face, the more paths you have to a nurturing and fulfilling life. Number 4 is a quote by me: you can only go as far as you think you can. You are your own limiter. If you truly believe you can get all the things you want out of life, you can. If you think you're limited by your experiences, culture, or location, then you are. Your brain has a practical way of giving you what you think you deserve. We're mostly limited by the restraints we put on ourselves by the type of person we think we are. But we're not a type. We're not a label. Being one thing does not constrain you to being another. Just because you're a ballet dancer doesn't mean you can't also be a football player. Don't think of yourself as the type of person that you are. Think about yourself as the reality of what you are, which is one of a kind. The only way you'll go through the difficult and necessary steps to achieve the type of life you want is by believing that you have the ability to. Otherwise, you won't gain the skills, you'll lose confidence in yourself, and you'll spend the rest of your life blaming others for the problems you could have avoided. Again, complaining only limits you. Don't judge others for their growth. Learn from them what applies to you and experiment, experiment, experiment until you see what works, and go as far as you think you can, and then go further. By the way, if you like the way my brain and words work, I wrote a children's book. A lot of people have claimed it to be their favorite children's book so far, but also I think there's some life lessons that are good for parents in there. It's technically all ages, but the kids can be delighted and the parents can hopefully shed a tear because it's a story about a little Martian who overcomes fear. Check it out, link in description, thesquadbots.com. I'm really excited about this. But let's move on to those last 3 quotes. Number 5 is stop looking for happiness in the same place you lost it. This one's by Kat Zhang. I see 2 sides of this quote: 1, looking to solve a past event, and 2, using tactics in life to move forward that haven't worked. Each of us have our own perception of how much we should view the past. Some of us talk about it and feel like we've released some tension. Some of us kind of dwell on it a lot, and we just feel worse and worse and worse. I'm one of those people. You have to find your own balance and don't let other people decide for you how much you should think about the past. And number 2, if you've had relationships that have crashed and burned, don't look for a similar relationship for the future. This is in friendships, in mentors, and in dating. And even if you found something that works for a certain time period in your life, if you're trying to move forward, then don't use the same thing for a new you. Life is about creating, iterating, learning, and growing. Don't get lost in the past. You're only really living if you're living in the present. Number 6 is by me: start fast, learn fast. The one who starts the fastest learns the fastest. The one who fails the fastest learns the fastest. The one who fails the most learns the most. Another quote of mine is create, iterate. There's nothing gained or learned by fantasizing about who you want to become. Knowledge is gained by trying to be that person. So start that yoga class, sign up for martial arts, take that online course, get your nutritional certificate. We just spend too much time imagining who we can be. Plus, you're going to iterate. Be flexible. If you're taking martial arts and then you go to the gym to be stronger for martial arts, but you realize you like the gym more, then you start training people, you might learn that you have have more fun being a personal trainer. From there, you learn something else, and something else, and something else. If you just spend your time imagining, your results will only be imaginary. And the last one is everything that needs to be said has already been said. But since nobody is listening, everything needs to be said again. This one is by Andre Gide. The biggest mistake artists make is trusting the universe to allow their work to be seen. First off, you must make sure that your work is easy to find, whether it be a website, social media, Instagram, YouTube. Your work should be one click away. And the most followed artists I find repost bangers often. They're constantly creating, but they don't trust that everyone who needs to see their work has seen the work the first time around. It's also okay to repurpose your work. You can change the dimensions for different social medias, you can change the background sound, you can do commentary over it. There's nothing wrong with trying to get as many people as you can to see the work that you love to make. Allow the art to be the art and the marketing to be the marketing. Thank you for watching this video. Please let me know what you think. Obviously, a lot of the B-roll was skateboarding because people love that, and I have a lot of skate content to sift through. But recently, I've just been reading, writing, and exercising. It has been quite incredible, but it's my goal to make a living doing more of stuff like this, so I'm not so dependent on my body. But I also like these videos because I'm trying to convince as many people as I can that they're not broken. You're not broken, you're not alone. Thank you for watching this video. Take care, progress daily, and keep killing it.